Honza and the Willow. Once there was a weaver who had a son named Honza. He was a huge oaf and so strong he could knock down a bull with his bare fist. He had such a big head, he could have worn a bucket for a hat. But inside he must have had more sawdust than brains, because he had about as much wisdom as a 6-year-old child. Stupid Honza, they called him, and he was the butt of everyone's jokes. One day the old weaver sent Honza to the market with a bolt of cloth. "But mark my words, son," he told him over a dozen times, "get a good price for it, and above all, do not sell on credit." "Don't worry, Pa," Honza said. He tossed the bolt of cloth on his shoulder and headed to the market. The winding road passed by a river, and on its banks stood an old willow. From afar, it seemed to wave at Honza with its long branches. "Thank you for the welcome," Honza said when he reached the willow. The willow waved again in the wind. No, I can't stay here and talk to you. I have to take this cloth to the market," Honza said. The willow branches kept waving. "You mean you'd like to buy some?" Honza asked the willow. Eager to make his first sale, he unrolled a good measure of cloth. "About that much?" The willow waved. Sure, you can have more," Honza said happily. He kept unwinding the bolt and spreading the cloth over the willow, while the willow kept waving its branches in a breeze until the roll was gone. "Thank you," Honza said finally. "I didn't expect to sell out so fast. Now, if you would kindly give me the money, I'll be off to tell my father the good news." The willow just waved. "I told you," Honza said, "it's all the cloth I had, but if you want to buy some more, I'll be back. Right now, I want the money for the bolt you've bought." When the willow waved its branches again, Honza said, Okay, I'll come back for the money tomorrow, but you should have told me beforehand you wanted to buy on credit." As soon as he entered the house, Honza's father asked him, "Why didn't you go all the way to the market?" "I sold the cloth on the road," Honza said proudly, but his voice trembled a bit. "How much did they pay you? They said they'd paid me tomorrow. Didn't I tell you not to sell on credit, fool? His father shouted angrily. Go back right now and tell them to pay up or give the cloth back. Honza had no choice except as he was told. Just as before, the willow waved its branches from afar as if to greet him. I know, Honza said. I am glad to see you too, but you see, I came back because my father said we couldn't give you any credit. So please pay me now or return the cloth. But the willow only waved, and the cloth was gone. Someone must have untangled it from the branches and carried it away. Come on! Honza raised his voice. Don't play around with me. You took the cloth. Now pay for it. But as the willow only swayed in silence, the youth got angry. Enough of that! Stop playing stupid and give me the money! You won't, huh? You will just wave your arms. We'll see about that. And he encircled the tree with his formidable arms. As he shook it, the willow, which was all rotten and hollowed inside, tipped over and fell on its side. There, I warned you, Honza said a bit uneasily. But suddenly he noticed a huge rusty kettle under the willow's roots. When he took off the lid, he had to shade his eyes from the glow. He saw that the kettle was full of gold. Well, thank you, Honza grumbled. Thank you very much. I am sorry I was a bit rough. He hoisted the kettle on his shoulder and walked back home. His father was waiting on the porch. Did they pay you anything at all? He asked. Of course. And how? Honza said. He showed the treasure to his parents, and they rejoiced endlessly. Honza bought a large farm, 2 pairs of horses, fields and pasture land, 12 acres of woods, and he built a new house, a real mansion for himself and his parents. And no one in the village called him stupid Honza ever again.